Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where tonight, I think we're going to finish the game. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure we are going to make it to the end tonight. Let's jump in here and give me a minute to check our quest status and refresh my memory. But I think it's about time to do it. All right, let's just double check here. So, kept secret but not forgotten. I can jump right to that and skip the hope to Tartarus if I'm going to side with the board. Or I can go through Phineas's associate and continue deciding whether or not I want to side with the board. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do all the quests we can and make our decision when we actually get to skip the hope. We'll have a choice which direction we want to go. So let's go ahead and John W's in the chat says, hi, hello, John. How you doing tonight? Okay, where is my quest marker? Where am I going here? So we need to head over to the freight port. No, John, it's not Dead Space yet. We're going to finish this first. I think we're going to finish it tonight. I'm fairly certain because I think at this point we've got this quest, and then we have Skipping the Hope, and then we have Tartarus. So we'll see exactly where we end up, but I'm pretty sure we can knock that out in about 3 hours tonight. Let's talk to Phineas's contact, Carmen Imagawa.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Well, we've got to choose the dumb option. What a coincidence. Me too.
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you?
Well, yes, you are. Let's see here. Why do you sound so surprised?
Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend.
Another dumb option. We have a mutual friend. How nice.
He did a good job finding you. You'll fit right in here. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Okay, well, there's got to be a way to catch the minister someplace less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
Can't you get me into the estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Another dumb option. I don't know, you seem pretty good with birds and whatever E stands for.
Birds are kind of my specialty. Codenames, too. But I can give you some information. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Uh-huh. That's theft, not reconnaissance.
Whatever. I'm better with bird terms.
All right, looks like I've got work to do. So we've got to go to the House of Inebriation and try and swipe a key to the estate. Let's just take a look at the map and see if we can make that a little quicker. So here's Billingsley's. There is the chairman's estate. So we can head over here. No, we don't want to go to the maintenance tunnels. Let's go here. And then we can just walk over. And we've got Achilles in the chat. Hello, Fisty and John. Hello, Achilles. Welcome to tonight's stream. That's Minister Clark. And the Minister's Guard.
Spencer's Choice Free Sliced Bread. It tastes fresh because it was.
And this is Billingsley's. Let's head on in. And that must be the guard we need to talk to. But let's talk to the robot first.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter.
And Delicath in the chat with a like. Thank you very much. John Linton is here, and Delicath also an ad about Jaeger, which was nice. All right, hey, I'll take it. When the ads are good, that's always a plus. All right, pre-approved banter. How could I resist?
Request confirmed. Banter protocol activated. Welcome, attractive patron, to Billingsley's House of Inebriation. Did you know that despite being an extremely valuable, one-of-a-kind creation, I have been programmed to simulate self-loathing and contempt for myself?
Okay. Well, interesting. I'll bear that in mind, or I'll have a drink. Let's see. What does he have here? He's got some Spectrum vodka. Let's go ahead and buy a couple of those. And we'll sell him all our junk. So pre-approved banter was mildly disappointing this time around, but that's okay. And we've got more wealthy citizens. More wealthy citizens. And Mr. Billingsley. Let's go meet Mr. Billingsley. What do you have to say?
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple Spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
Uh-huh. I want to ask you something.
Oh, by all means, ask away.
Picked up on any interesting rumors?
Rizzo's Spectrum vodka is about to release its newest color, ultraviolet, completely invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah, after our adventures with Murder on Eridanos, I'm not sure they're going to be releasing anything anytime soon. What's it like working in Byzantium?
I don't believe in work. Work is for automechanicals and lower classes.
So how does anything get done around here then?
By automechanicals, of course. Byzantium's fleet of mechanical servitors are programmed to simulate a labor force, but without all the unsightly workers milling about. We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment.
I should go. So nothing of consequence there, and the lack of reaction from NPCs as you walk into a bar with a pistol drawn. Yes, now in fairness, I've wondered that same thing in every single RPG that I've ever played. That's always been a question of mine. Why do I not need to put my weapon away to not scare everyone? But apparently you don't. And this is Guard Mayfield. Let's have a conversation here. See if we can pilfer that key.
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
Oh, does it now? Let's see here. Didn't know I was talking to such a big shot. One might even call you the top cheese.
Yep, you're looking at the Minister's newest personal guard. right here. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
What's so important about guarding Minister Clark?
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
A key, you say?
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all so very high level.
Okay, well, how about I buy you a drink to celebrate your promotion?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
Sure, here's to your promotion.
Here's to me. Hey, you were really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Yes, indeed I do. Let's have another one.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago.
Let's have another one, buddy. Here's to you.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
That's a problem for tomorrow, not today.
You know, that's a very good point. Ugh. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
And now we'll follow him. And Achilles says in Skyrim, people would get pissed if you had a sword out. And John says in Fable, if you have a weapon in a town, the guards come and tell you to quit it. Well, I have never played those games. I shouldn't say that. I played Skyrim very, very briefly. It's just not my thing. But yes, in any game I've played with a gun, no one has ever said anything. All right, we can take the minister's key. We can take his money. We can take his ammo. Looks good to me. And I think he's dead, also. I'm pretty sure we killed him. There's no breathing going on. Let's just find out for sure. We're going to do a quick save just in case this doesn't go as expected, but I've always wondered, is he actually dead? Well, we have not infuriated the patrons, so yes, he is dead. We gave him so much booze that we killed him. I guess if you're gonna go, you might as well go out feeling good. And now we'll head over to the chairman's estate. And these corporate guards don't have a problem with my pistol being drawn in town.
About your friends, Nyoka. Ain't no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after seeing so many people get chomped, trip into sulfur pools, shot by marauders, I always figured we'd die young. But just because you expect it doesn't make it any easier. Oh, shit. Next chance we get, I'm buying you a Spectrum bottle so we can proper drown this melancholy.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to try Spectrum when we went out drinking. Is it any good?
It is without a doubt the worst, most foul liquid mankind has ever had the misfortune to invent. You'll love it.
And there we go. Okay, can we go through there? Nope, doesn't look like it. So we've got to go this way. And I think we're going to be able to walk right in. Oh no, there are guards here.
Keep 'em quiet, Cap.
Okay, we can go this way. Because we have the key. Oh no, we don't have an ID. Okay. I thought maybe we would, but I suppose not. You just keep walking, buddy. Actually, let's switch our weapon back. We're going to go with a silenced weapon here just in case we need to take anybody out. And we're in. Okay, so there are some guards in here. As of now, we're not detected. So do I kill them? Or do I try to sneak through? Let's try and sneak first. Uh-oh, he's on to us. Okay. He hasn't detected us either. I just want to try and sneak through here. If we have to kill, we can. Uh-oh. Okay, we're in the clear there. So we need to get upstairs. Quietly, quietly. I think we're hit. I think we're...
Incoming!
Somebody's on to us. Uh-oh. Well, guess we're just going to have to kill you all.
Confirmed! Take him down!
This one appears to have no idea that we're here. This one does, though. Uh-oh. Now he's alerted. Got another one coming around the corner. Oh, they took care of him.
Last of them.
All right, that's it. So the guards are dead. It wasn't exactly the plan, but onward we proceed. And this must be Chairman...
How did you get in here?
Oh no, this is Minister Clark, not Chairman Rockwell. How did I get in here? Well, I got one of your guards drunk and then I murdered everyone watching the place.
You just slaughtered those guards, and for what? To speak with me? What could possibly be so urgent?
Oh, my law. Captain, that's the minister. Mr. Clark. Oh, wow.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Uh-huh. Well, we're here for dimethyl sulfoxide, which Phineas needs to decant all the other frozen people on the Hope. What are you talking about? Why would I want something like that? Seems like we're getting off on the wrong foot.
Have I not made myself clear? slowly and loudly, Aloysius. That's the only way these morons understand anything. I said you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
Who is Charles and why are we yelling?
Chairman Rock! Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in?
Wait, you think I'm a dissident?
My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here.
Don't play dumb. That's my job. You ordered a batch of chemicals. I need them.
Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
Why do you keep talking like that?
Stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly. Is this better?
Slower and louder into my good ear.
Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony.
Great, so how about you tell me about those chemicals?
This again? I really don't know about any chemicals. Process of elimination. The only other person with access? Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
You mean Chairman Rockwell's locked you up here? So, Minister Clark and Chairman Rockwell are the two people who basically run the Halcyon colony. So if Chairman Rockwell's got him locked up here, it must be for a reason.
You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to make you tea?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Sure, like I'm gonna trust a gibbering lunatic.
Would you sooner trust an avaricious, mendacious profiteer? Or his horde of toadies and fools, perhaps? I am trying to help you. And here, you're going to need all the help you can get. Now. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
So this guy seems like he has maybe might be smart enough to fix many of the problems in the colony. Not sure how I feel about that. You seem a little too excited by all this.
We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Is this not exhilarating? Also, this is the longest conversation I've had with someone else in quite some time.
All right, that's fine. Well, let's focus. How do I get to the HHC headquarters?
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons?
They're rather dirty. There are also rumors of sprat infestations, faulty automechanicals, and other unsavory hazards, if that sort of thing bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. Nothing bothers me. I am the great Spaceman McRib.
Suit yourself. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
Then I'll be on my way.
Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
What's on the cartridge?
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their intervention.
That's idiotic. I think. I guess. I don't know. I'm the maniacal moron, so why not? Takes one to know one.
In the name of the architect, what hope is there if this is our best chance? It's all I can do. Please, won't you at least try?
No promises.
Then I suppose I can only hope. Good luck.
No! Don't mess with us!
Oops, surprise murder. Not really that much of a surprise. He seems way too intent on fixing things. Can't have that. Steal the refined Byzantite. Let's see what that gives us. The refined Byzantite. Ranged weapon skills +5, level 12. Really? Well, that's kind of terrible. All right, well, off we go. Now we've got to... All right, so Minister Clark knows nothing about the dimethyl sulfoxide and explained that Chairman Rockwell has actually been keeping him under house arrest. Clark is certain Rockwell's behind the purchase of the chemicals. The maintenance tunnels beneath Byzantium connect to the Acropolis district. So that'll get us to the headquarters we need to go to. And if we're so inclined, Minister Clark has a message for the Earth Directorate, and one of the only terminals in Halcyon capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone is in the chairman's office. Minister Clark is dead. I wonder why, but this message could still make a difference. Yes, I killed him because I'm interested in making a difference. And we've got Cirque in the chat. Good evening, Cirque. Welcome to the stream. We'll head back out to Byzantium. Make our way to the HHC headquarters. This is the... At our next quest, we're going to have to decide who we side with, and I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going to go. Wow, it really does take a second to load all this stuff in, doesn't it? Okay. Let's take a quick peek at the map. So this is where we need to go. So we'll just head over there. Oh, and we're already here. We didn't even have to go through the tunnels. Oh, that's right, because we were working with Adjutant Akande, we've already been here. We don't need to sneak around. The benefits of being a double agent, at least for now. And we'll just wait for the elevator. I guess this is normally where they would look to see if people are coming in with guns. I have a gun. Are you interested in my gun? You also have a large gun. That's very impressive. I'm sure you're proud of yourself. Okay, that's quite the long trip up. Now we need to go into the office, but it is locked. So we can unlock with the key card that Minister Clark gave us and walk right in. I hear Percival.
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
You should get back to your desk. I saw somebody eyeing your stationery.
What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Good, good. Off with you. It would be inconvenient to have to murder you right now.
Just to sign papers all day?
So here we're going to learn again about the plot that Chairman Rockwell has, I'm fairly certain, but we already know that because Adjutant Akonde has asked us to play along. We'll do what we need to do here. Hack 150 for shipment status report. Can we get anywhere close to 150? I doubt it. We're at 114. And some of these things can be pretty surprising. Let's see what we can do. Do we have hacking glasses? Tech skills. All right, hacking glasses. How about hacking clothing? That would be stealth skills. And then maybe we can take some chems. Sure, I have something here. We need mental acuity skills, I believe they call them. I'm not sure I have anything. Doesn't look like it. But I think there were... Okay, let's see if this gets us where we need to be. I doubt it, but we'll see. 120, so no, we're not anywhere near close enough. Well, that's a shame. We'll go ahead and put the our proper attire back on. If I can find it. Oh, there really should be a way to favorite things. Maybe there is, and I just don't know it. Was it that, or was it this? I think it was that I was wearing. And then for clothing, I think it was that. Yep. Okay. Back to the terminal we go. View priority message. The rough cut of the presentation is prepped to play. PR department has a lot of work to do, but we've covered the basics. Halcyon is on the brink of starvation. Board scientists are working on a solution. Workers can look forward to the Lifetime Employment Program for their chance to contribute. You'll see the current version when you print your keycard for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. And yes, before you ask, the dimethyl sulfoxide has been delivered there. It's waiting for your sign-off on the broad strokes, so I wanted to make sure you saw it. Don't worry, I'll make sure it gets properly edited. Okay, we can print the Ministry keycard. And for those who may not have seen it, we'll replay the presentation video so everybody knows just what the board is planning.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
And there we have it.
That story, wasn't it? It's not real.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
You both know that it's real. We've already talked to Sophia, and she told us it was real. And I don't know about all of you, but Chairman Rockwell just seems like a swell guy. Freeze everyone while we get to live in the lap of luxury in Byzantium for helping out. I'm kind of cool with that. I think that's going to be the direction we go. But we still need to get the dimethyl sulfoxide because Sophia needs it. So we need it for the Lifetime Employment Program or for Phineas. Either way, we've got to do it. So we might as well continue. Where are we going now? All right, retrieve the dimethyl sulfoxide at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale, along with whatever Chairman Rockwell is working on. And we'll need to leave here before we can fast travel out. Good to see all of my employees in uniform. Fabulous Moonman helmets for all. All right, where are we going? We are going just up the road. Okay, easy enough. And we have a named guard up here. I wonder if he's got anything to say.
You can pass. Go on through.
Really? That's it? You got a name and everything just for that? That's disappointing. More wealthy citizens. And this must be the... No, that's the Fenhill estate. Am I going here? No. Dr. Chartrand's house. Okay, I think I missed something. Oh, I went up that way. All right, let's head back over there. I clearly went too far ahead. We only needed to go right here.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not without signing a waiver.
No, you shouldn't. All of you office clerks should keep your mouths shut. Let's head on in. We'll go get the dimethyl sulfoxide. Well, isn't this place fancy? And restricted access there. Probably going to be restricted access all around. Got some sculptures. Framed photos with even have glass on front of them. They did a nice job with those light reflections there. This place is fancy pants all day long. Here's the HR department. Anything we can get in here? All right, let's hack this terminal. Welcome to the Human Resources portal for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Humans are our fourth most important resource at the Ministry. If you have a complaint about anything work-related, write about it here. You'll feel much better after you do. View employee complaint. Theodore Isaacs keeps eating my purpleberry lunches. I know that sprat-toothed little snot is the one doing it. I've seen him with cracker crumbs on his lips and purpleberry stains on his lab coat. Working next to him and seeing him pick the remains of my lunch out of his disgusting teeth just makes me want to scream. There, I did it. I screamed a little. That felt good. I'm just going to sit in the kitchen and wait for him to do it again. I'll catch him in the act, and then I'll come back and write up another entry. I'm going to be so livid. Okay, and that is apparently all that's in there. Maybe we can use that to our advantage, but as of now, it doesn't look like anything too special. Perhaps we can meet some of these people and get access cards from them or something like that. Let's see here. Okay, there is Minister Clark. Nothing there. We'll go upstairs and see if we can find the person who made that complaint. All unnamed. There's Carolyn. That's who made the complaint. Let's talk to her and see if we can do anything with it.
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Do you know a Theodore Isaacs?
I knew it. He's eating your lunch too, isn't he? Greedy little cysty pig. This is great. I finally have someone else to complain to.
Do these people got nothing else to occupy their time?
You'll get your turn. Right now, we're talking about Theodore.
I'm delivering a formal reprimand to Theodore, but management forgot to send my ID.
Oh, that's no problem. I can get you into the lab. In fact, let's go there now. Theodore's out right now, but we should be ready when he gets back. That way, everyone can see you chew him out. This is going to be so good.
Oh, yes. It will be very good. I promise. If he actually shows up, I'll make sure he regrets stealing your lunch. Maybe. Unless your lunch looks good, in which case I'll steal it and just murder both of you. Either outcome is acceptable. She's going to get us
Oh,
in.
I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
Okay. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, I don't need to follow her. She got me in. Okay, so now I'm in, and no one is suspecting me of anything. Where do I go? Here's an elevator. This should take me downstairs. If we run into Theodore, we can always murder him. Well, nothing really in there. And more HR. Okay. Nothing too exciting in here. We'll jump in the elevator and head downstairs. That was a convenient way to get through there. Okay, and here are the scientists. Maybe Theodore is down here. We can... Uh-oh, restricted area requires ID, so somebody's going to have an issue. You would think I would have a board ID by now, but maybe not. Let's just eliminate him. Because we're inevitably going to get caught. Okay. And we'll steal some junk. Why not? And some ammo. Can never have too much ammo. Especially in a game like this where it weighs nothing. Auto mag pistol ultra. Yeah, you can stay there. Okay. I'm not worried about the scientists in particular, but the guards we need to take out. The Necropsy Lab. Let's see who's working in here.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
That's an 86% failure rate for this batch. I think we can safely move on to the next.
And I had such high hopes for this one. Oh well, I suppose it could have been worse.
Yeah, they could have ended up like those poor bastards in containment.
So they're experimenting on people. Take a look at the terminal and see if we can learn anything here. View lab notes. Note, all subjects have perished after undergoing multiple hibernation cycles. So they're testing the lifetime employment program on people from the colony. Subject 19F, massive cranial hemorrhage upon removal from hibernation chamber. Subject 61B, intestinal rupture upon removal from hibernation chamber. Subject 82C, lab technician accidentally shorted hibernation chamber, subject electrocuted. Subject 15R, pulmonary edema upon removal from hibernation chamber. So they're not doing real good with this. At least Phineas managed to wake me up and keep me alive. And anything here? Nothing really. Uh-oh. I see science tubes. We've got plenty of people in stasis. This just takes us back out where we were.
I'd better take a look.
Get ready!
Uh-oh. Somebody saw me. Well, you're not a problem anymore. Animal testing. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, we've got a woolly cow. Some sprats. And another terminal. Remember, human trials are expensive. Test with animals first. View lab notes. Oh, there's quite a few. Okay. Trial number 27. I've tried replicating the work Dr. Wells initially did on the revivifying formula, but his notes are basically unintelligible. This may take a few iterations. Trial 64. That's tetraborate ethanol, not toasted dinner roll. Maybe it is toasted dinner roll. Powers that be are demanding results. I've submitted my catalog of dead sprats. I didn't realize it was possible to run out of sprats. Which genius left the new shipment of sprats in the kitchen? Still attempting to complete Wells' formula. Still going through a dozen sprats a week. We've got a lot of work ahead of us if this is ever going to be effective at reviving people from long-term hibernation. So now we've learned a little bit more about Dr. Wells. He used to work here. So at some point, he turned against the board. And here's Giles. This is the person we met many episodes ago who had sprats that ran away into the sewer system.
My mysterious sprat savior. What an unexpected surprise. But what are you doing here?
I need to inspect the dimethyl sulfoxide.
On the other side of the lab? Why, that requires a top-level clearance. After all, we're running low on the stuff.
Are you now? I know, that's why I've been asked to secure the remaining supply.
In that case, take this keycard. It'll get you into the Hibernation Lab where the remaining dimethyl sulfoxide is.
Okay, sounds good. Happy I accidentally saved one of your sprats. You made my life easier. Okay, let's go ahead and find our quest marker now. We can go do what we need to do with the chemicals. That hibernation pod looks familiar. Uh-oh, we've got another guard over here. 2 guards. And we have a medical drone. Not for long. All right, I think we're in the clear. Containment. Let's see what's in here. Maybe we can make some trouble. Ooh, frenzied test subjects. Those seem like people who, you know, we shouldn't let out. They might be dangerous. Therefore, we need to find a way to let them out. Doors are sealed. Well, that's no fun. How do I unseal them? Uh-oh, we've got more guards. Oh, we've got quite a few guards. And there was another one up there. Looks like my teammates are going after him. All right, business taken care of. That leg is just a little bit excited. Restless leg syndrome for the guard. Okay. And a damaged terminal, but I want to see if there's a live one that can unleash the test subjects. And that scientist looks like he was accidentally murdered. Accidental surprise murder. There's a terminal. Let's see what we can do. Oh, just view lab notes. Tests are ongoing, but so far we've had little success in adjusting the hibernation process to safely allow long-term subject storage and revival. Short of a major breakthrough, we'll have to hope they have more success next door with the revivifying formula. Oh, you just had to do it to me, didn't you? Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to risk you attacking us. Hibernation Lab. Okay, this looks like where we're supposed to go. Any guards in here? Doesn't look like it. But we've got a locked door. And that's not really giving us anything. Central Lab. Okay, we'll explore a little bit. Any terminals or lore in here? Doesn't really look like it. Okay, that's an elevator. We'll probably need to use that to get out. And you're just taking me back downstairs, aren't you? Okay, there's a barred door. We can presumably use that to exit. But we need to get the dimethyl sulfoxide. But before we do that, here's a terminal. Oh, that's where we're going anyway. All right, so welcome to the Human Experimentation Station of the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Human testing is a required step of any new product or process in order to ensure accuracy. Please be sure to document the results of all tests thoroughly to save the expense of additional trials. View lab notes. Very good. The addition of dimethyl sulfoxide to the current round of tests has resulted in some improvements. Subjects are showing improved circulation and increased neural activity. However, our formula is still missing something. We are still unable to fully revive subjects from long-term hibernation, and removing their supply of dimethyl sulfoxide results in their rather excruciating death. The problem is compounded when we consider reviving and freezing subjects multiple times over their lives. To make matters worse, we've had a hard time securing additional dimethyl sulfoxide. We may have to make do with this batch. And we're going to take it. Transfer dimethyl sulfoxide to the canister. This procedure may result in the invalidation of experiment results and the death of human test subjects. Well, let's look at further information. Okay, so we can. Sudden withdrawal from dimethyl sulfoxide is highly lethal and will result in the cancellation of any in-progress experiments. Experimental integrity and test subject vitality can be maintained by leaving a 73.629% dimethyl sulfoxide concentration in circulation. So that means we can either take it all and kill all of the test subjects. We can transfer just some of it, leaving the test subjects alive, but probably not being enough to do everything we need to do. Or we can look more at the experiment details. Okay. Experiment authorization, Charles Rockwell, Project Lifetime Employment Program. Objective to repeatedly revive human subjects from extended hibernation without causing the death of the human subject and the loss of associated productivity. Results: inconclusive. Prognosis: cautiously optimistic. And let's take it all. So we have now stolen all of it and killed all the test subjects. Oh wow, we even get to watch them die. Well, that's uncomfortable. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about that. Not all that sorry about that. I mean, honestly, like, your life kind of sucks right now because you live in a science tube. So is death really that bad? I mean, it looked like it kind of sucked for a minute there, but now it doesn't suck anymore, so see ya. That is a very large canister, and we're going to seal it with no problem at all. Now we can return to Phineas. So ultimately, my plan is to side with the board, but I want to do as much damage as I can along the way. All right, how do I get out of here? Upstairs. Yes, I believe the elevator was this way. Yep. And we have Ty in the chat with, yay, another stream. You're very underrated. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And thank you for saying hello. I know some of my non-Fallout streams aren't as popular as my Fallout streams, but I always like it when people come in and chat. So I don't feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself the whole time. Not that I would do that anyway, or maybe I would or not. I don't know. Anyway, the chairman grieves. The minister was a true friend. Murder most foul. That's right, I killed Minister Clark. Or was that the other one? I don't know. I can't keep them straight. Okay. Yes, Minister Clark is the one we killed. All right, so now let's take a look at our quests. So we can still work for Sophia, land our ship in one of the Hope stocking bays, or we can do the City and the Stars, return to Phineas now that we have the dimethyl sulfoxide, rendezvous with Phineas at his lab to plan your next move. Okay. And the Lying Earth we didn't do. I never sent the message to Earth, and I didn't do that specifically because I want to ruin things. As many things as possible. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is go back to our ship. We haven't been there for a while, so let's head on over. Well, thank you for the compliment, Ty. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's go ahead and see where we're at here. And I believe I intended to dump some things in my...
Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
Ooh, we have a new fancy thing here. That's new. I don't remember what that would be, but it looks cool. Okay. And we want to transfer some stuff. We have lots of unique weapons that I don't want to give up, but also I will never use. So there's no sense in carrying them around. There we go. And that can go too. The rest of them can be scrapped. Okay, and what do we have here? An appreciation of even-toed ungulates by Dahlia Hudson. The llama. Okay, I see. The llama, scientifically referred to as llama glama, is a domesticated herbivore weighing on average some 250 pounds. They are tall, friendly, warm, trusting, and delicious. When frightened by the sound of a passing starship, llamas produce a cry of alarm compared to a stalling engine or a donkey being fed into a wood chipper. Llamas are notably larger than and therefore more superior to the lowly alpaca. The alpaca is a murderous fiend compared to the noble and refined llama. Contrary to popular myth, llamas don't have beaks. Okay, so we've got a little bit of poor grammar and misunderstanding of llamas. All combined into one. I accept. And we've got a moon man thing here. Souvenir from Gorgon. Okay. I think this is a souvenir from somewhere, but maybe not. Maybe I just didn't notice it. All right, Grimm's Tossball poster. Either you really like Tossball or you hate Grimm. Either way, his poster's yours now. That's right, we didn't do that. He was supposed to, you were supposed to get this poster for that guy, and we never gave it to him. And there's Bertie Holcomb, who we met on Eridanos. Dead or Alive. Phineas Wells. Okay, there we go. And there's the brain worm that I couldn't quite live with. And here is our little pet, Anubis, who we took from an owner who didn't like him very much. All right, let's just take a quick walk around, see how our companions are doing. Everybody seems to be fine. Nyoka does not appear to be drunk on the floor anywhere. Nope, she's just standing there getting drunk. Okay. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. I am fairly certain that I can take the dimethyl sulfoxide to Phineas, and that is not siding with him. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's go there and see what happens.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Oh, Ada, you're so funny. Let's go talk to Phineas and see what he's got to say. We did plant the tracking device, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't look like they've come for him just yet. Alright, we're going to do a quick save here, just in case it makes us commit. I don't think it's going to, though.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Uh-huh. I found your chemicals in the Ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects, which you also used to do.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
Uh-huh. It's also, you know, what you used to do. You're lying to me. I put them out of their misery. Here's your canister of chemicals, by the way.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives.
I'm not.
Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
Okay, we've got two dumb options here. Dumb, something about repeatedly melting frozen people. There were lots of big words. Or we can combine that with Science 40. You know how food goes stale if you freeze it too much? Like that, but with people.
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
Okay, well, the colony's on the verge of collapse. The board's been trying to cover it up.
I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
Okay, the board's got a plan to save us. They're going to freeze all the workers.
Freeze all the workers? Why? So a gang of powdered toffs can carry on living in Byzantium? You call that a plan? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do. So that's it. We just give up. All that trouble I went through was for nothing. This colony's a mess. I'll be glad to put it behind me soon as I get a chance.
What makes you think you'll get that chance? You'll be long dead before you make it to the nearest star. For better or worse, you're stuck with us here. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
Dumb option, here we go. Would have been a lot easier if you just set up your lab next to the Hope.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
This is crazy. I like it.
Just wait until you hear the details. I haven't been this energized since the time I injected myself with raw cavanoid. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Okay, so I can say I'll do it. Wait, I've got some questions. Or this plan is insane. I need time to think it over. Let's do that. Hopefully that means we're going to get the quest, but we're not going to commit to it.
Of course, mull it over, pace about. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I installed the tracking device. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I must have. Okay. And I suppose we might as well give it to him. I'm going to do a new save, though. Just in case.
What's on your mind?
All right, let's do this thing.
How can I help?
People aren't going to notice a gigantic colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors.
Okay, no more questions. I'm ready.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Do we now? All right, let's do this. So now my question is, did I fail the other quest? If I did, then that means I have to be committed to this. Okay, so... All right, so I'm not committed. I can either skip to Terra 2 or skip to Tartarus for Sophia. Either way, I've got to travel to the Hope. So that's our next step. Ty says, you're going to be very big one day, and John says, thank you, spread the word. Yes, please do. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your neighbors, dogs and cats, whatever. Whoever's got a YouTube subscription, send them my way. Or not, whatever. It's all good. Okay.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
And my mental stability is Ada? Let's see if
Welcome
Ada's got
back,
anything to
Captain.
say.
How can I be of assistance?
Got a minute to talk.
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
Don't try to change the subject.
As the organics say, I wouldn't dream of it. Because I can't. Dream, you know.
What do you think about the trapped colonists on the Hope?
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be? Or yeah, I'll just bet they do.
Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew.
That didn't help your last captain very much.
I assure you, not for a lack of trying. Captain Hawthorne did not like to listen to my suggestions. In that way, he was a lot like you. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Yeah, that's all for now. I think we get the point. Let's head to the Hope.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
What's going to happen if I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2.
Look at those eyes.
Or the sun.
Okay, dumb option here. Good thing I'm great at math. I know all the best numbers.
I must recommend you leave the calculations up to me, Captain.
What was I doing again?
Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization. Are you breathing comfortably, Captain? I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
All right, that's all for now. Okay, and before we head out, this is a good opportunity for me to take a brief break here. Oh, I've got an error showing on YouTube. Okay. Can somebody in the chat just confirm that the stream is still going? It looks like it is on my end. Well, yeah, it must be. I'm looking at it. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy. Yeah, it's still going. All right. Just got a weird error in the preview window. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of minutes here, stretch the legs, and refill a drink, and I shall return. Do feel free to talk amongst yourselves. We are, I think we're on track to finish the game tonight, so I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, and we're back. And, oh, we've got a super chat from John, $5. Thank you very much for the Dead Space series fund. By the way, Dead Space has lots of environmental storytelling. I like 1 and 2 the best. Play it in the dark all alone. 3 is good, but not like 1 and 2. Love all of your content. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you to everybody who's watching. I always appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out Dead Space. I thought about playing it a little bit on my own first, but I think what I'm going to do is just, we're just going to do it on stream and see how it goes. So, we'll see. I'm going to go into it blind, knowing nothing really about it, so we'll see how we do. I may be absolutely terrible at it. It is entirely possible. I might really like it, I might really not, so we'll see. We'll see how much, how deep into it we get, but I think that's a good one to go with. It doesn't look like it's ridiculously long, so that'll be a good one to do. It's on Xbox now, so it's on Game Pass. So we'll play that on the new Xbox while I wait for my new PC to come, which I was informed today is going to be at least another 2 weeks because we're waiting on components and having COVID delays. Translation, we're on a waiting list for a GPU like the rest of the world. I'm not surprised. It's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the Hope. And we'll stick with our 2 companions. All right. Oh, and we're loading in. All right, let's see here. We're going to move along here. And this is all just for show. And we've got a terminal right here. Okay, route auxiliary power source to supplement UDL-002's reactor. Power status report, view archived logs, recorded audio transmissions, and/or internal messages. Well, let's look at the logs. Find out some history of the Hope. Pre-launch roll call. Captain Wilhelm Hunt. First mate Donna Hunt. Navigation Rezi Torrega. Chief engineer Frank Nalda. And medical officer Alexei Volkov. Is that the same Alexei Volkov from Chuck? Probably not. And manual log number L01. 10 years. Longest trip Donna and I ever took was a week-long sojourn into the Silver Mountains. Even that set her on edge. She's a homebody, always was. She packed so much food we could have been stranded out on those rocks for a month, and we probably would have been just fine. UDL sent us on a team-building seminar into the city once. They paid for everything. Donna still packed nutrient bars just in case the bus broke down. It's going to take this ship 10 years to reach Halcyon, an entire decade. It's a good thing UDL provided the rations, else she might have dumped our life savings into mixed nuts and freeze-dried meat. Okay. Automated audio transcript R1. Hunt, this is it, folks. Say goodbye to old Blue, huh? Yeah, if anyone wants to. Good riddance. Why so bitter, Rezi? She's been a good home. Give me a spaceship any day of the week. Well, we'll see how you feel a year in. So, a moment of silence, or should we make a toast? Anything? Feels weird leaving Earth in the rearview mirror. No, from now on, we look only forward. Okay. Let's check status. Status reports available on the following functions. Power status. Reactor is in power save mode. Only life support is powered. Maintenance status. 22,000 days overdue for pretty much everything. Macrowave short circuit. Macrowave short bleh. And Nixie Lou is in the chat with a hi. How you doing tonight, Nixie Lou? Welcome to the stream. And pending work orders. Macrowave short-circuited after some idiot left his fork on his plate. Macrowave clock has stopped. Macrowave is stuck on high power mode. Macrowave has stopped working entirely. And hibernation storage status. All hibernation storage systems are functioning within intended parameters. Storage Bay 5 is currently at 99% capacity, 8 is at 92%, and 12 is at 76%. Okay, oh, we weren't done yet. And patch. Okay, well, we've powered the skip drive.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, I know what I'm doing, Nyoka. As we discussed earlier, I know all the best numbers. And we've got some corporate guards. Quincy Duncan. How you doing, Quincy Duncan?
Welcome aboard, Captain. Ms. Akande messaged ahead. I wish this place were in better condition for you, but we're in a bit of a bind. Seems the damn auto mechanicals think we're intruders.
Why would they think you're intruders?
Do I look like an engineer? Alls I know is they're shooting anyone who ain't Hope Crew. We shut off the main power, so they're disabled for now. If you go hooking your ship up, I suspect they'll recharge. And that means trigger-happy auto mechanicals. I'm not going to get in your way, but I'm also not going to send more of my staff to their deaths.
Any of your old crew still around? Maybe I can grab an ID card and play pretend.
We tried that. Didn't work. Something about our faces not matching up. We stored what cards we could find in the badge station to my right, but it's locked off. Can't just hand over Hope property. Sorry.
I'm doing lunch with Chairman Rockwell after this. I'll let him know you were in my way. Haven't you heard? I was one of the Hope passengers. Maybe I've got a card in there. That sounds good to me.
I'd heard rumors, but I never thought. So you're, what, 70-something years old? Whew. All right. I'll have someone open the door for you. Good luck.
Okay, so there's the door. Maybe we can get an ID badge and maybe it'll work. And there's the UDL ID. And a data pad. Engineer's log CE17. This whole starving to death thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. On the upside, the bathrooms are the cleanest they've been since we left port. It's made my job a hell of a lot easier. Thurston Stallworth, custodial engineer, license 34648432. Okay, so it looks like everyone who was actually awake in the crew ended up starving to death. That's unfortunate for them. Oh, those are cigarettes. Okay, so the UDL ID, maybe that's what we need. And this just takes us back out here, so I guess we could have snuck our way in there if we needed to.
Need something, sir?
Nope, I think we're good. Okay, so we've got the cloak thing on. And we have a terminal. Let's take a look at that. Message exchanged T778. This is a conversation between the Hunt couple. Darling, I've just had a frightening epiphany. What's wrong? I've realized that we'll be nearing our 50s when we arrive in Halcyon. Yes, but our Lucas. When they wake him up, he'll still be 6. By the time he's out of schooling, we'll be nearly 60. I feel as though time is being stolen from me. He'll work on the ship when he graduates. We'll see him again. I hope so, Will. Well, maybe not. So, what that's telling me is that there is at least one child frozen on the Hope. So if we do what the board wants, we are going to kill at least one actual child. I'm sure some old school Fallout fans will be very pleased with that. Automated audio transcript R114. You gotta help me, Alexei. I'm gonna go mental. What's the problem? It's the food. Our rations? Are you having digestion issues? No, I just hate borscht, Doctor. I hate it. I can't spend the next 10 years eating it. I thought you had an actual medical problem, Frank. I do. It's disgusting. Get back to your post. You're wasting my time. Come on, there's got to be something you can prescribe. You'll get used to it or you'll starve. Up to you. And we've got Cousin Todd in the chat. Would have been here earlier, but busy adding more challenge enhancers to Fallout 76. So you've been busy breaking stuff, have you? Okay. And children are kind of annoying and usually sticky, so, you know. Hey, you never know. Okay, I just think that's interesting that they pointed that out. That, hey, before you make this choice, here's one more little moral wrinkle for you. Okay, and we can't get in here. So we've got to go this way. Alright, so because we have our cloak up, we should be able to lie our way out of trouble at least a couple times. And another terminal. Message exchange T1022. Between Nolda and Torrega. Hey, Rez, yeah? Bored? Up for a round of torts? Yeah, but I've got bridge duty. I'll come up. Buzz me in? Sure. Don't cheat this time. Listen, it's not cheating if you don't get caught. I'm inspecting the deck all the same. Okay, you know what? I'll find Alexei and play with him instead. So, yeah. So it looks like Alexei's a little more of a sucker. Automated audio transcript R211. Alexei Volkov and Torrega. Oh my fuck. Sorry, it's hard to be quiet. Well, try. If we get picked up by the computer, we're on record forever. Is that so bad? I've got someone waiting for me in the pods, Alexei. This is a one-trip thing. Ah. So they're up to something, but I don't know exactly what. Looks like another lock we can pick. Okay. Let's go downstairs here. So we've made our way past some of the bots. Let's see if we can talk our way out of trouble. Apparently not. All right, well, we're cleared there. Okay, so here, this looks like the navigation terminal. And here's another information terminal. Unauthorized access will result in immediate termination upon your arrival in Halcyon. Oh, we've got quite a bit here. Manual log R. Torrega. Dear Diary, everyone is running around trying to figure out how we're going to eat, but none of it means anything if I can't keep us on course. It's hell. Charting 26 years of travel through space is... I don't know if I can handle it. It's so much pressure, so many lives. If I get one thing wrong, one smudged decimal point, all one off by one miscalculation, we could crash into an asteroid. I keep thinking of the colonists. They'd just never wake up. Lucky them. So the time of the trip is definitely taking its toll. automated audio transcript. So it looks like Captain Hunt is addressing the crew. I've called you all here because the numbers on our rations are off. Off? What do you mean off? We have too many. Someone hasn't been taking theirs. Extra food sounds like a good thing, darling. Not extra. Someone's getting their food from another source. They must have it stashed somewhere. So, someone could have brought some from Earth. If they did, we need to include it in our rationing, Frank. Every bit of food on this ship is to be split among us all. It's theirs. It isn't yours to take. This isn't about ownership. This is about survival. We're going to run out eventually, and the longer we last, the closer we get to figuring this shit out. All right. I want everyone to interrogate their crew. Find whoever's not eating their share and bring them forward. Well, it sounds harsh, but that actually makes sense. And manual log D. Hunt. Perhaps there is hope yet. Mama used to have such a garden. I grew up on her tomatoes and lemons and limes. When we left Earth, she was so kind as to share a sample of seeds with me, so that wherever we end up, I might start my own garden. Now, buds grow in hydroponics. This may not be a backyard, but it's something. I remember you every day, Mamachka, now more than ever. So it sounds like she's trying to grow some crops. Another automated transcript. This one is F. Nolda. Law help me, it worked. I'm going to hell, but it worked. Now how the fuck do I break the news to the captain? Uh-oh, what's going on? Message exchange T2810. Cap, wanted this on record. Sick of the witch hunt. It's me. I haven't been eating my rations. Why? I don't need it. Don't mind feeling hungry. I need my chief engineer with his full faculties. I'm glad you owned up to this, but start eating your full share. That's an order. All due respect, Cap, we're up shit creek. I'm not sure that's an order means a lot right now. It holds weight now more than ever, Frank. We need to stay organized. Well, I ain't doing it. So either shove that shit down my throat yourself, or give my leftovers to someone else. So it sounds like Frank is going on a bit of a hunger strike. Okay, and here's the bridge key card. We've got some more logs to check here. Another audio transcript. Begin audio log. Is this thing working? I said begin audio, damn it. This is Phineas Wells. Yes, let's go with that. Work continues on test subject 112, retrieved from Hibernation Bay 8. Time of extraction, let's say 2.5 hours ago. Time of death, 6 minutes prior. Explosive cell death, my arch nemesis. Haunting my every attempt at reviving our frozen colonists. Making a mockery of my procedures. I've tried every combination of every chemical available to me. Attempted every variation of every possible thawing procedure. A gradual melt, a flash thaw, extremities first, brain first. Don't know how much more of this I can take. 4 hours of sleep in the last 72. Can still hear their screaming in my nightmares. Test subject 112, real name Harley Stanton, age 39, enjoyed singing. I'm sorry, Harley, I couldn't save you. So it sounds like Phineas might be well-intentioned. He clearly does want to save the colonists. Another automated transcript with the same number. Begin audio log as soon as I say the words begin audio log. What a ridiculously inconvenient program. What happens if I just accidentally say the phrase audio log? Don't know why I'm talking to a frozen colonist. You're losing it, Phineas. Focus, focus. Come on, make the incision. There we go. Excellent. Well, my frigid friend, you disobeyed the moratorium on ingesting food 36 hours prior to hibernation, didn't you? Thank the law for disposable gloves. Steady now, steady. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. Damn slippery scalpel. Who makes these anyway? Spacer's choice? All right, I've got no choice. I'm going in. Uh-oh. And now we can route communications through the unreliable.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
So there we have it. Okay, so now Ada is in, and our crew is in disguise, because that rebooted our... Can't remember what it's called. It's some kind of cloaking device. And we have another terminal here. Quite a few terminals. Cold storage bay. Access to storage pods is currently unavailable. And check status. Current pod count, 9,999. Would have been 10,000, except for us. Logs, again. Pod removal. Occupant, Old Man McRib. Removed by unknown crew member. So that was Phineas taking us out. Automated transcript, unknown crew members. Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Poor bastards.
And that's it.
They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them.
And that's it. Those are the hibernation pods full of thousands of colonists. Let's continue on our journey. There's an elevator, but I'm not sure we want to take that elevator. Take this lock. Oh, we have a mega sprat. Uh-oh.
What, all right? Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
Yes, we probably should.
I'm gonna be sick.
So it looks like maybe Phineas was working in here. Experimenting on trying to revive crew members. Or maybe someone else was, or... I don't know, it's hard to say. Alright, no terminals to read. I guess let's take the elevator. See where it takes us. John says this game needs diseases from those sprats. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. Okay, I guess we're going this way. And there, now we're heading to the Hope's Bridge. Just wanted to go through some side doors.
Up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Finally. The sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
All right, so now it's time to make a choice. We're going to do a quick save here just in case. Cousin Todd says Mage Sprat sounds like the name of a... Mega Sprat. Sounds like the name of a lame death metal band. It kind of does. All right, so we've got some logs here again. Lots of transcripts. Open the fucking door, Will. No, you're killing us. Better than the colonists. This is idiotic. If we don't keep the ship afloat, they'll die anyway. Necessary risk. Resi is plotting our course. The ship will fly true. You're gambling with hundreds of thousands of people's lives. And you're handpicking which fuel you'll consume in your madness. Damn it, Alexei, find me a fucking drill. Does that mean he's eating the, Does that mean he's eating the colonists? Is that what was going on in that other room? Captain, you hear that? Hear what? The drill stopped. Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe it broke. Maybe they're trying to get into cold storage. They get through before they starve. They'll outlast us. Keep working, Resi. I'll take care of it. I think I'm the only one left. I don't know what Captain Hunt did down there, but he hasn't come back. and they haven't used the drill, and I'm done. The course is set. I'm down to my last day of food, and I don't want to die like Donna did. Fly true, Hope. John W. says, yes, eating them, McRib style. Ah. Chopped up into little pieces, pressed into a weirdly shaped mold, and covered in cheap barbecue sauce? Mmm. And status. Power status auxiliary, communication status auxiliary. Okay, and comms. Auxiliary comms are available through the docking bay. Patch Ada through. Here we go.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
Okay. Wait, before I do this, tell me, Ada, am I doing the right thing?
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die.
Let's discuss my options.
Certainly. You may skip the Hope to Tartarus, as you were instructed to by the adjutant.
Uh-huh. What if I want to skip to Terra 2 instead?
Doing so would bring the Hope within close proximity of Phineas Wells's orbital lab, allowing him to access the colonists frozen within. Your act would be immediately noticed across Terra 2, as the colony ship Hope abruptly enters into the planet's rings.
Let's get started.
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Okay, so we can skip to Tartarus, we can skip to Terra 2, or we can say, hang on, I need to take care of something. I'm going to say hang on because I want to do an actual save.
Wait, are you leaving me with the Hope's computer? You have no idea what it's like to converse with him. Imagine, simulate another organic jostling your circuits when he tries to... I mean, I'll be ready when you are, Captain.
I am pretty sure that something fun is about to happen. And I want to make sure we're okay because we're going to need to go back. All right, looks good.
Are you sufficiently prepared for the task at hand, Captain? Are we doing this now?
Okay, I'm ready to skip the Hope.
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
It's fantastic, Ada. We're going to skip the Hope to Tartarus.
Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to Tartarus.
We are going to side with the board, ultimately. But not really, because we've done so much damage that nothing can possibly work out here. I am going to skip it myself.
I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Okay, dumb. Stand back, Ada. I know numbers real good.
Well, I literally can't dispute that. Please with the daily ship log note that I defer to the captain against my better judgment. I am programmed not to ignore an order, after all.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die. These calculations don't look right. Why is this number negative?
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
And here we go. Let's see if my real good numbers were real good enough. Oops. The end. And there's the credits. The credits roll. That is the end. If you want it to be the end. It, of course, doesn't have to be the end. We're not going to leave it there. As good as that was, we're not going to leave it there. We've got to do the last quest. But yes, if you are truly playing a dumb dialogue choice only option, then you can, in fact, jump the ship into the sun, and that is the end of the game. But we're not going to do that. We're going to make one exception here to our must-take-all-dumb rules.
Are you sufficiently... Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. And also...
Yeah. We've been through this before. All right, we are going to skip to Tartarus. I'm going to side with the board. We're going to betray Phineas Wells because this is the Maniacal Moron run, and you know, Phineas actually has a plan that might help save the colony, and we can't have that. At least the board has promised to make me very rich and let me live out my days in Halcyon. Now, we also killed Minister Clark, so that's good, because he seemed like he was going to actually maybe do something good, and we don't want that. So far, we've still got Chairman Rockwell alive, and we've still got Sophia alive, and Dr. Wells. But we're going to betray Dr. Wells and see how things go.
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to Tartarus.
And go ahead and do it, Ada. I won't mess we up this time.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
You're going to die where I tell you to die.
Affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
All right, this time we're going to jump, but this time we're not going to go into the sun. Cousin Todd says, is that anything like Gundam style? As far as eating the ribs goes, I honestly have no idea what that is. This is still a very cool graphic. And yes, it looks like we're going into the sun, but we're not. The planet is still much closer to the sun, so we still have to go in that general direction. Just not quite as far as we did last time. And you can see that the Hope looks an awful lot like the Groundbreaker, because they're both the same kind of ship. But the Groundbreaker actually made it.
We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Tartarus's orbit. The board has initiated contact. I believe they're eager to speak with you once you've returned to the ship.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. I need a hard drink and a long nap.
All right, here we go. So now we're going to head back to our ship. And we're going to see if we can speed that process up. Nope, guess not. Thought maybe we could do a quick fast travel, but apparently not.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself.
This statement is false.
Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
Everything I say is false.
Error. Paradox prevention has temporarily disabled this unit's auditory processing. Thank you for your cooperation.
All right, that should be enough to get us out of here. We'll take the elevator back up, or down, rather. And we're going to get started on the last quest. We are going to finish the game tonight. Just have to keep going here, and we don't want to run because that'll burn through our ID card thing a little quicker. Well, now we're really close, so let's just run out. Looks good. And we don't really need him for anything else. Ship's already powered up. Oh, we went the wrong way. Did we go the wrong way? Yeah, we went the wrong way. Okay. We got to go around this way. Very long walk. Very long walk back to the ship. And I wonder if any of our companions will be upset with the choices I've made.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm sure I do.
Captain, you have an incoming transmission from Tartarus.
Attention, Captain of the Unreliable. This is Chairman Rockwell. I'm on Tartarus and, we need your help. Thanks to your intelligence, we successfully captured Phineas, but he's somehow turned the tables on us. That crackpot scientist has caused a riot among the prisoners and unpaid laborers. It's a law-damned bloodbath down here.
Oh, what a
As if
shame.
that weren't enough, he's gone and taken Sophia hostage. I'm not gonna mince words. The situation is dire. I need your help.
Oh no, we need her for the lifetime employment program.
Among other things, we can't run this place without her, Captain.
Okay, well, I'm on my way.
Make haste, Captain. We're losing men by the... Oh, fuck. Fuck! They're at the door! I need to hide. Hurry!
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Oh, would they now? Let's see what they have to say.
Looks like the board needs our services again. You ought to charge overtime.
But what if it's a trick and she means to get rid of us for good?
Captain, your service to the board has been invaluable. If you wish to claim your rightful place in Byzantium, you must help them crush the riots in the Labyrinth.
Let's see here. Time to see if this was all worth it. When all this is over, what are the odds the board stabs me in the back? I don't know what Wells is up to, but if Adjutant Akande is in trouble, it must be serious. What are the odds they stab me in the back?
Don't take it personal. That's just a Tuesday for the board.
If they offer us a retirement plan, we'll know they've reneged on their deal. Otherwise, I'm keeping good faith. Byzantium wants the best of society. That's us.
Hey, don't look at me. You already know what I think about the board.
Without a doubt. Long as we keep watch for each other's backs, though, it ain't a problem.
Whatever may await you, it's best not to dock at the prison until you're sure you've settled your affairs and closed out any unfinished business.
I did this for us, you know. You guys were smart sticking by me. Hope you mean to stay that way.
Are you kidding? You get invited to the most interesting parties. I'm in.
I'm with you to the end.
Really?
I ain't abandoning my crew, Captain.
In my experience, you can try to run, but the past always catches up in the end. I'm committed to seeing this through.
Reminder, this unit is no longer under warranty.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
So Felix is with me to the end. He's been bitching and whining the whole time we've been working for the board, but he's with me to the end. Well, whatever you say there, Felix. Okay, so we're going to head over to Tartarus.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I...
And that's apparently not what I need to do. So where am I going? Make your way through Tartarus. Okay, maybe we just have to walk off the ship. No. Probably. No. Oh, there we go. Transition to the Hope? I don't want to transition to the Hope. There we go. So we need to dock somewhere. Okay. So you're about to assault the Labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. Saves made after this point can only finish the main story on Tartarus. Side quests and downloadable content such as Peril on Gorgon or Murder on Eridanos will be unavailable for any saves made beyond this point. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? We're going to do a new save here before we do this. I don't think that there's going to be any more DLCs that come out for this, but just in case, I want to have a save point right here at the point of no return, just in case we need it later. Okay, and yes. And now off we go.
I am pleased to inform you that we have successfully landed on Tartarus. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
All right, do you know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Nice try, but not happening.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
You're the backup, right? From Akande? Thank the law you're here. These bloodthirsty sprat bags have no respect for the law. We're pinned down.
Gasp. You mean that rioting prisoners don't respect your authority?
I don't understand either. It's not like I tortured them or anything. That was somebody else's job. You've got to help us. Please, kill them. Summary justice for the whole lot.
Uh-huh. I'll handle it, but I need a prisoner's biometric ID so I can disguise myself.
Their biometric ID? I could transmit it, but that'd be against Protocol H927G. If anyone found out, I'd get thrown into a cell right alongside these damn prisoners. I'm never supposed to violate protocol. Never.
Okay, so if we had Persuade, Lie, or Intimidate high enough, we could get him to do this.
Stay safe. Got it. I'll try my best. Tartarus security out. Hang on. Is that another ship coming in? I think that's from the groundbreaker.
Oh, I guess we can't redo that. Okay.
Really send reinforcements? Between you and the Mardettes, we may be able to retake the docks. Good luck out there, Captain.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance?
Talk to you later, Ada.
I'll be here.
Okay, so that's that. Off we go. So I think I want to bring Sam with me this time. We're going to leave Nyoka behind and make our way to Tartarus. Okay, and it appears that the Mardettes from the Groundbreaker did come along to help us out.
Captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. Forward for Groundbreaker.
Uh-oh. Okay, the fighting begins right away. And the prisoners are here. Anything in here that's useful? I don't think so. There's not a lot, if I remember correctly, there's not a lot of lore in here or anything. We're really at the point now where it's,
Captain, look out!
we're at the end of the game. Uh-oh, N-rays.
And maintenance job fulfilled.
Okay, there we go. Can we take a prisoner ID off one of them? Doesn't look like it. Wasn't there a captain we killed somewhere? Doesn't seem to matter. That's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, we got more fighting going on out here. Looks like the Mardettes are doing a pretty good job.
Area sanitization assessment. The Labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a fun place to live. Pit. We are going to a place called the Pit.
Let's look around. There's got to be a few ways through here.
Okay, restricted access. Restricted access. So if we want to get through here, we're going to have to fight our way through.
Take out the trash.
We'll use some special attacks here before I go through.
Nice one!
Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
So I wanted to clear as many of those as I could.
Hey, kid. A little
Ooh,
bird
Sublight's
told me
here.
You could use our help. I said I owed you one, and I always pay my debts.
Nice.
Our favorite vice president hung out the garage. Always contractors. Go back to tell him Lilia sent you.
Invasive contaminants.
All right, that's pretty cool. So we get some backup from Sublight. So if you go through here doing kind of the normal good ending, you might have MSI come help you. You might have the Iconoclasts if you got them to work together. You can still have, I think you can still have Sublight show up, and you can still have the Groundbreaker show up. But this is pretty cool that you've got a couple that that come through even if you've been pretty evil. Okay, more Sublight troops. Okay, we don't want to shoot our Sublight pals.
Dirt alert! Dirt alert!
Dirt alert! I love Sam. Sam's great. Okay, nothing there. We can climb up here. And we've got more prisoners here. Uh-oh, more N-rays. Who's shooting me with those? Somebody down there's got an N-ray gun.
Get rid of the bodies.
Okay, I think we're clear for now. Yep, that's Sublight. Okay. So we could jump over there, but I don't really think we need to. I think we want to go this way. We've got a workbench if we need it. I think at this point we're fine. Actually, let's repair all of our equipped gear. We don't really need to sell anything. Carry weight's okay. John Linton says sprat salad sandwiches. Yeah, I think at this point we're in the clear. Considering that we never leave here again, there's not much point in collecting any more money. Okay, so this is the pit. And there's the exit. We need to get out there. And I imagine our helpers will show up soon. We've got some dangling cryo hibernation pods. Perhaps that is a punishment for prisoners. UDL banners. Well, if there was ever a space prison colony, I'd imagine it would look a lot like this place. We do have a data pad here. Pod 1, S. Haig. In reason, possession of anti-UDL communications. In duration 17, out T. Williams. In T. Williams, inciting violence. Okay, random selection. Oh, I see what they did there. So in T. Williams, inciting violence, out M. Black. In M. Black, 5, random selection. A little bit of commentary on the real world. I get what you're saying there. That makes sense. All right. So a little bit of social commentary. Okay, note from your favorite warden, please do not leave perishables in here. We marked this as cold storage because we're starting to move pods in here. This is not an actual freezer. The next time I find a decomposing woolly cow box in here, I'm leaving it on the air conditioning intake for a week. Access storage manifest. In, dimethyl sulfoxide. Out, straitjackets, riot batons. Out, ballistics vests. In, hibernation chamber. Out, indoctrination pamphlets. In, forced pacification system refills. Hibernation chamber, material storage and shipping containers. Think we get it? Access architectural records. An analysis from engineers Rodfield, Crane, and Geist, beginning with the requirement that every chamber receive a constant supply of at minimum 34 kilowatts, and that occupants of these chambers be injected with a steady supply of UDL's patented Hibernation fluid. And this run-on sentence carries on for 12 pages before finally concluding, and thus in order to maintain structural integrity throughout the area designated the pit, we recommend that chambers are installed in cylindrical fashion around a supporting structure dug into the crust of Tartarus to a maximum depth of... This conclusion extends for another 2 pages. All right, we get it, we get it. And here's a prisoner. And not anymore. So we need to make our way out of the pit so that we can save Sophia, if we so desire. And we'll also take care of you. Oh, we got another one over here.
Competition.
Gotta get down! Rifle right?
All right, I think we're in the clear, and this must be what we need to get out. Okay, we've got a lot more prisoners up here. Let's see what we can clear along the way.
Get in there, troops! For Monarch!
Really?
For Halcyon!
Really? The iconoclasts are here? That just doesn't even make sense. Just doesn't even make sense. I've come here for the board. I guess I could still betray the board.
Warps discovered. Preparing required sanitary measures.
Here they come!
But it's very surprising that the iconoclasts would show up.
For more than 70 years.
Was there another prisoner standing over there? Oh, there is. Not for long.
Detected.
We're going to switch over to the hand cannon for a little bit. They're way over there. Okay, let's go through. Uh-oh, I better heal up. Okay, there we go. Not quite in the clear yet, are we? Close enough. All right, which way are we going now? Are we going through here? Uh-oh, we got one right in front of me. Okay, business taken care of. We'll continue on here. Do not disturb when lights are on. Let's check the terminal. Unsealed door. This is the pit exit. Now I'm going to do some quick saves in here because I remember when I played through this long ago, there were some weird crash issues. And I want to make sure that we get through okay. Okay, we've got a green screen. Is that Rockwell? Rockwell's dead. Well, I was honestly going to kill him anyway. So Rockwell's dead. Now that means Sophia and... We've got to get to Sophia and Phineas before Phineas kills Sophia. At least in theory. Okay, so we got to make it to that center section. Uh-oh. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. Uh-oh. Well, good thing I did that quick save. We're almost through here. Oh no, this was the way we need to go. Alright, I need to pay more attention as I go. Oh, and there's a terminal here that I missed. Good. That was good. Okay, messages. Cameras. Jim, I'm trying to get straight with Akande's orders. Only a few things more from my end, but I don't know what we'll do about cameras. She says security footage ain't enough. They want proper reels. What's going on? She's bringing in a VIP for internment. Security's ramping up too. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's a fine mess down here. She said something about recording an announcement. They're all overly excited. It's hush-hush, but I guess the VIP's been on the run for a while. I bet the engineers have a few cameras. I'll see if I can track some down. And a little more. Jim, appreciate it. You know her. We miss a check on this list, it's our heads. You have no idea how tough it was getting a fucking green tarp. W. Alright, so they were clearly going to shoot some kind of propaganda video here. Likely with Phineas, and that did not go as planned. Maybe that's how he got out. Okay, let's see if we can do this time. This time I'm going to come go with a little heavier firepower. Or at least a little more DPS with the light machine gun.
Muting volume now.
Okay, now, which way do we want to go? Let's head this way.
Preparing to neutralize and...
Look at us!
Sure could use our... Oh, those are iconoclasts. I don't want to shoot them. Oh no, now I've pissed them off. That's not good. Alright, let's just get through here. That was an unfortunate accident. I still don't understand why they're here. They are as anti-corporate as it gets. Alright, now.
You know, I could have sworn I tested you for hearing loss. Because I did say skip the Hope to Terra 2. Terra 2, not Tartarus. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn colony ever listens.
Sorry, did you say something? I wasn't listening.
What? Oh, is this thing not working? Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute. You were mocking me. Unbelievable. You know, I made my plans idiot-proof because I knew you were a certified simpleton, and somehow,
this is true.
Against all reason, you found a way to ruin everything. If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the mercy of the board, oh, you're wrong. I've still got some fight left in me. I can still bloody your nose.
You've gone around the bend, Phineas. Stop this. Calm down before you rupture an artery, old man. Or you're welcome to try. Let's go with calm down before you rupture an artery, old man.
Don't you tell me what to do with my blood pressure. My heart rate is within a perfectly acceptable margin of failure. Don't worry about me. Worry about what I'm willing to do. Oh, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to live for. But I'll tell you what I do have. Oh, I've got a gun. And I've got Adjutant Akande as my hostage. Not bad for an old man, eh?
Let's talk about this. Don't do this. Killing Akande won't change anything. Hey, nobody kills my boss except maybe me. You don't have to do this. Turn yourself over and I'll ask the board to spare you. Or, that's great. Is this the part where I pretend to care?
Well, yes. The adjutant is your employer, after all. I was expecting something of a reaction.
I don't give a two-bit shit about Akande, but I'm going to enjoy killing you. Or, yeah, that's a fair point. I don't expect she'll pay me if I let her die. Well, that's true, but I also don't care about her, so we're going to go with number 3.
Say what you will, but I can't risk letting you interfere. The only thing worse than Halcyon collapsing is this psychotic monster living to see it happen. If you insist on interfering, I will be forced to kill you, and I don't want that.
Let's talk about this. Aw, I didn't know you cared. Or I can't just let you kill Adjutant Akande. Sorry about this, Phineas. Or 4, do your worst. Let's roll with that.
I've programmed the Labyrinth's mechanical warden to kill you on sight. I'm sorry to have to do this, but I can't take any chances with you. You were my greatest success, and my greatest disappointment.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. All right, off we go. So we're going to have a big boss fight. Unless we can find a way around it. So there's the warden, Ram, and that is a very tough fight if we have to do it.
Great work.
Let's see if we can get around it. Okay, Hack 90, designate RAM as a hostile intruder. Hack 150, access RAM override menu. Well, we don't have that, but we do have Hack 90. There we go. So I don't think that's going to eliminate the need to fight, but it is going to get us a little help from the other robots. So Ram has 24,000 HP. This is not the best weapon to use here, but as long as we hit that blue spot, we're doing pretty good. Hibernation chamber key. All right, so that was pretty easy. Anything else in here? No, looks like Ram took care of business. So we're just going to run through. And I think we have to finish things out. If there's a final fight, we've got to finish it out with the hand cannon. Going to do a quick save just in case we need to go back. This is a pretty fancy part of the prison here. Oh, well. Sam took care of him. All right, well, I wanted the final shot on Phineas. I really did. Yeah, I want the final shot. So we're going to reload that quick save. I mean, the hand cannon has to finish things up. There's no way. We can't have a friggin' cleaning robot get the final shot of the game. Unless I decide to shoot Sophia. There we go.
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak.
And now we've got the chairman's key. Phineas is dead. Sorry, Phineas. Okay, so I must have to use this. All right, that gets me in here.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. He was too far gone to be of any use to us. And what about you? You aren't hurt, I hope.
I'm fine. I'm more worried about you. Oh, please, I didn't even break a sweat. Why, Sophia, I didn't know you cared. I nearly died trying to save you. Oh, please, I didn't even break a sweat.
Your confidence is well earned, Captain. I was right to place my faith in you. You've put down the
I don't know if
worst
I'd go that
riot
far.
in our history. Rid the colony of a dangerous madman and saved my life. The board owes you a tremendous debt. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work together to save Halcyon, because the situation is far worse than you imagined.
Okay. You're really spoiling the moment, you know.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate your victory, Captain. But we have a serious problem on our hands. We've lost all contact with Earth. It's been 3 years since we've received a message. We've had no contact, no signals, nothing. Earth has gone dark. 2 years ago, the Earth Directorate's frigate disappeared en route to Earth. We don't know if they ever made it. We don't know if there's an Earth to go back to.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
You sound frightened, Miss Holcomb. You should be. Fear sharpens the mind. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Whatever happens to this colony, we're going to have to deal with it on our own. Returning to Earth is not an option.
Well, hold on a minute. I've got some questions.
I'll answer however I can.
What do you mean Earth's gone dark? What happened?
I can't say for certain, but all my data suggests that Earth has experienced a massive calamity. I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I'm not sure there's an Earth to go back to.
So this opens up a whole world of possibilities for follow-up games, figuring out what happened to Earth, going and seeing it. Was there some massive apocalypse? Is there some cross-connection between Earth and the Fallout universe? Did we have the Great War? There's so many questions people have been asking here. But yeah, realistically, just opens up a lot of options. So you mentioned a frigate disappearing.
The Earth Directorate's frigate accounts for half of our military forces. 2 years ago, that frigate disappeared while returning to Earth. We haven't heard a word back. Without the Directorate's frigate, our military forces are barely capable of maintaining control over this colony.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing we're gonna, turn everybody into popsicles. So you said there haven't been any new messages from Earth?
Not a word. We received our last message 3 years ago. Our every attempt at reaching out to Earth has been met with absolute silence.
Why are you telling me all this now?
I couldn't risk this news getting out. Before you, the 2 people in this colony who knew the truth were Chairman Rockwell and I. I had every intention of telling you the truth after you'd skipped the Hope to Tartarus. Unfortunately, Phineas Wells chose that moment to start a riot.
I don't have any more questions. We've got work to do. Doesn't look like I'm going to get the ability to kill her. I was kind of hoping to kill everyone and just be left with total disaster, but I guess we've got to work with her.
Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. But I have faith in you. The service you've done for this colony is nothing short of extraordinary. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. The board will survive because of you. And as the board goes, so goes Halcyon. It's time we carried out the program. I trust I can count on your support, Captain.
Okay, so we've got a few options here. This colony's been mismanaged for too long. From now on, I'm running the show. Yes, you can count on my support. I want to see the program run properly. The only thing I want to do is kick my heels up in Byzantium or dumb, which is what we have to do. That's the obligation of this whole playthrough. Shrug, I don't really care. I'm going to go get a Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch.
I don't know what I expected. Well, I suppose I'll just get on with saving the colony then. Enjoy your treat.
And now we're going to have the end game slides. So I'll shut up and let them play.
That everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The Lifetime Employment Program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the Labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. With the board shuttering many of its smaller townships, Graham was never able to spread his ideals to Byzantium. On Monarch, however, the iconoclast movement swelled, forming the colony's hotbed of philosophical thought and freedom, a consistent counterpoint to the board's capitalist regime. Or so they viewed themselves, at least. The Byzantium elite find it endearing that those anarchistic hoopleheads are still allowed to breathe Halcyon air. Bolstered by her status as savior of humanity, Lilia Hagen ushered sublight salvage to a new golden age. Her company grew bolder and more transparent over time, muddying the line between lawful and criminal for the entire colony. The sublight family would thrive for years to come. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. While the Groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the Groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the Lifetime Employment Program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Gorgon's restored facilities presented a tantalizing boon to the Lifetime Employment Program. The promise of a more productive, more compliant workforce. It was too good for a Candé to pass up, especially when Tartarus and the many underperforming townships across Terra 2 offered fodder for additional research. Unfortunately, the lack of capable leadership left the project in even worse shape than it had been under Dr. Ambrose. As Halcyon's population dwindled, Gorgon churned out one failed formula after another, and marauders overran the empty settlements of Terra 2. With Project Gorgon under his command, Lucien Bancroft had everything he needed. A laboratory, Ambrose Manor, and an endless supply of human test subjects. Above all, he had no ethical qualms about the nature of his work. Lucien did well for himself in Akande's new vision of Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. Administrator Ludovico never lived to see the launch of Spectrum Brown. It happened in a private event in Byzantium to an elite gathering of dilettantes who wanted to sample the drink that killed Halcyon Helen. Spectrum Brown was briefly popular in the months following the Lifetime Employment Program, but fell out of favor once Byzantines realized it couldn't dull the inevitable onset of ennui. The sheer volume of substances consumed by the average Byzantine had the effect of countering the parasite's influence. Host to the parasite rarely turned violent, and the few who did were discreetly rounded up and deposited outside the walls. The Lifetime Employment Program led to a boom in the aetherwave industry as more and more Byzantines demanded entertainment. With the absence of Ruth Bellamy, the question on everyone's mind was, who could be the next Halcyon Helen? Burbage 3001's performance during the investigation on Eridanos made it the ideal contender for Helen's replacement. Some years later, after Odeon Pictures released the brand new Burbage 3002 model, it was found mysteriously destroyed by a plasma weapon. Bertie Holcomb adapted to his new role as a host for parasitic slugs surprisingly well. Perhaps because he wasn't using his brain for all that much in the first place. The slugs put a swift, if unorthodox end to fears of being valued solely for his tossball skills. Of all the infected in the colony, Bertie's wild, beaming smile would always be the most genuine. Your influence further cemented Ellie's perspective. She understood she could never truly rely on others, so she set about making sure she wouldn't have to. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She enjoyed a long and infamous career running missions across the system. Some of them were even legal. As the board reasserted control over Halcyon, Felix came to realize that his life as an upstart rebel had come to an end. The board's victory crushed any hope for a grand revolution across Halcyon, and so Felix, once again, found himself without a purpose in life. And so, disillusioned with his former boss and with nowhere left to go, Felix left his crew without saying goodbye. He was never heard from again. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Max eventually rose to the top, becoming the presiding bishop of the OSI. He denounced his spiritual meanderings as a misguided attempt to come to terms with his long-dead parents. His only regret was that they had not lived long enough to see that he was right all along. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker. and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was increasingly plagued by dreams of freezing to death, and rarely left their shared quarters. Stymied by dwindling resources, Junlei struggled to keep the groundbreaker afloat. Their relationship couldn't survive the strain. Parvati moved into crew quarters and found work servicing water pumps in hydroponics. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the lifetime employment program. While the rest of Byzantium celebrated, Sophia returned to work. She devoted herself to ensuring that Byzantium remained prosperous for many generations to come, and to finding an answer to Earth's silence. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The lifetime employment program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? After you rescued her in Tartarus, Sophia Akande offered you any reward you could imagine. Power, wealth, influence. However, you were more interested in the simple pleasures in life, like the smooth, artificially enhanced flavor of a Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch. Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch, the only snack in Halcyon, officially endorsed by the captain of the Unreliable. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached the end of the Outer Worlds. I'm just going to turn down this music a little bit. So there we go. We did it. Our ultimate reward was Rizzo's Purple Berry Munch. We could have had anything, but that's what we took. So, yeah. So there we had it. I think I was pretty satisfied with that ending. I think it fits the maniacal moron theme of everything. Yes, definitely not a good ending by any stretch of the imagination. But ultimately, I'm just happy that it sounds like pretty much everyone got brainworms. And what more could I ask for? So that does it. I really liked that they incorporated the endings of the DLCs and the choices you made there into those ending slides. I'm surprised how long that turned out. But yeah, it all makes sense. It fits very well with everything, all the choices we made. And that is pretty much it. So we finished the Outer Worlds and all the DLCs, and we've made terrible decisions along the way. I'm overall very pleased with everything. There's no perfect playthrough in this game. There's always some choice you have to make where you leave a little something behind that encourages you to go back and play it again. We did play pretty much everything. There are two kind of really kind of lingering fetch questy things that I didn't bother with. There's one to go around and collect a bunch of items to get a special outfit. And there's another one where you go around and look at some beacons and go get a hat. Ultimately, I just wasn't really worried about those two things. They didn't really contribute a whole lot to the story or the narrative. They're just kind of fetch quest filler. But that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad you all joined me tonight. And yeah, that's it for the Outer Worlds, unless they release another DLC or we decide to do another creative playthrough at some point in the future. But for now, we're going to have to say goodbye to the Outer Worlds. Next week, on Tuesday, of course, we'll be back with Fallout 76. And then on Wednesday, assuming, of course, all goes according to plan, we will start a playthrough of Dead Space at the request of John W., at multiple requests of John W. We will do a playthrough of Dead Space, or at least we'll start it. Being relatively new to streaming, my goal is to play games from start to finish, but ultimately being unfamiliar with it, if it turns out that I just don't enjoy it, then I'm not going to force myself to play through the entire game. I don't think that's going to be fun for anybody. It's not going to be fun for me. So we'll give it a try, see how it is. I've heard lots of good things, so I'm betting that I will like it just fine, but I suppose you never know. And then at some point in the future, I want to do another playthrough of Dishonored and Dishonored 2. We'll do some things with Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and all that good stuff too. So there's always a lot more coming on the channel. Thank you all for watching. I am going to call it a night. This one's going to time in right about 3 hours, so that's nice and perfect for that. Thank you all again. Have a wonderful night. I will see you all next time.